want me now you want the you didn't want the oh babo
Gedeh Roland, salut à toi papa.
Ah ouais.
Kabeyou Lord, assez gagne non.
Now you babo number. Now you babo number. You didn't want the oh babo now you babo number. Now you babo number. Mao, Danny Yenio. Mao, Danny Yenio. Now you there, oh demo. Now you there, oh demo.
Maman Veki solo Nyokwane nyokwate Aziata Palisco Anse
Mao, Danny Yenio. Mao, Danny Yenio.
Gaël Gisèle, t'es habillé.
Now you there, oh demo. You didn't want the oh babo. You didn't want the oh babo.
Hippolyte Bayala, merci à toi papa.
Now you there, oh demo. 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 You there, oh demo. Show me you ready, you there, oh demo.
Blé Jambel, assez oh.
Now you yeah. Now you didn't want the oh babo Bosuma. You didn't want the oh babo Bosuma. Ah ouais. Hey. Child who can listing his mother advice. This child always carry wrong direction. Don't be that child. You are. You are the windy win. Ọpẹ bobo fún ọmọ yóò ní wédí wíyà wà pé máa wédí wíyà fèyẹ ẹ nàdídà nọwa yé mọ ọ̀nà lò wéyẹ níyà yé mi yóò sáwé dá lọ.
Tere Noël Adowu, maman Gao Robertina.
Asọ̀fọ́.
Un enfant qui n'écoute pas les conseils des parents a emprunté un mauvais chemin. Papa Nambo Clément, monsieur le maire depuis San Pedro, merci à vous.
Boye di wo, anyway dewa. Toradi no duru na you de we on we de. Say yo, on we de awule o. Veteran kale o, on we de awule o. Greet me twele o. On we de awule o, sisi yo josi o. On we de awule o yo. Ah ouais, Mother Annie Willie, Anta o mama, Josephine Ziritae, Roy Willie Adeaye.
Maman Nanou, awon ini amele o.
Watara Usu, Onanzam. Ah, you the one day awule. Ah, you the one day awule o. You the one day awule o. Agbabo kosule o. You the one day awule o. Agbabo kosule o.
Benjamin depuis la série E, merci à toi.
Ato solo. Awende awule o. Benji Montagnon, president for the Griot Association in America. Adele, Kabeyou Célestin, Massin Giro,
Solo Traoré, merci à toi. Christophe Gueye-Téré, assez au roi. Yahi Jérémy, Papou Kwaouse Kouké, assez.
Mao, se mo yo. You only one day Agba bobo sule o.
Big manager Tere Noël.
Boutayan dio. Jefferson Tanyo.
Bobo sule.
Gay Bros. Otetele. Sekou Diabote. Victor Gay.
D12 on the beat.
All I do was win, 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 win. All I do was win, 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 win. Born to win. I say I was born to win. Born to win. I say I was born to win. All I do was win, 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 win. All I do was win, 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 win. I say I jump over you. The whole you did by me, I jump over it. I say I jump over it. The whole you did by me, I jump over it. They will see it.
Yeah, go to WhatsApp.
I said they will, yeah. So you forced to let me. You not let me say you forced to let me. You forced to let me. You not let me say you forced to let me. Jehovah bless you, no man can curse you. When Jehovah bless you, no man can curse you. When I can go here with eat you. And when I feed it, it will hurt. Oh, yeah. When I need it, it will ju. Yes, sir. All I do was win, 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 win. All I do was win, 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 win. Born to win. I say I was born to win. Born to win. I say you was born to win, yeah. All I do was win, 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 win. All I do was win, 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 win. I say I jump over it. The whole you did by me, I jump over it. I say I jump over it. The whole you did by me, I jump over it. I say I jump over it. I say your time, now your time, nobody can stop it. I say your time, now your time, nobody can stop it. They can do what they do, and they can talk all they talk. They can do what they do.
Okay, thank you very much. Welcome to Blaze TV, Blaze Radio 90.7. We are live in Monrovia, 90.7 Blaze FM, Blaze Radio. And today we have our panelist, Arthur Solo, is going to be here. Reverend Salib is also going to be here as one of our panelists. In fact, our guest is already in the house. Our guest is already here. The representative-elect, Jeremiah Sokan. He is here to discuss with us several issues, especially his recent victory during the by-election in Grand Gedeh County. We also discussed, he wrote an interesting piece about the Nimba Grand Gedeh game. We're going to put that on the screen, and we're going to ask him questions about how he feels about that. We want to say, well, Anthony, you are most welcome.
Thank you also.
You are a little bit low. You are low.
Yeah, I want to say thank you ever so much for the invitation. I don't think I need to be welcome here because this is where I live, and so I like to take it.
I want you to twist your webcam a little bit. You are going off focus. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. And I want you to do something. You should go to make your microphone to go loud.
Okay.
You go to control panel. You know how to go to get the control panel, type control, and then it will pop up in a search bar at the bottom of the page. You see type control.
Okay.
You see control panel. Do you see control panel?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Click on the control panel.
I already did.
You click on the control panel. You look above. You see hardware and sound. Click
Yeah,
on hardware and sound itself, not the other one on it. Click on hardware and sound.
of course I did. I already
Okay.
on that.
Click on adjust system sound. No, no,
Okay.
no. Click on sound itself. Click on sound itself. Click on sound.
Sound. Yeah.
Okay. Your microphone that you're using, it will be in green. So double click on it
Okay.
and go to level. You look at the top right hand corner, you see levels. Click on
Oh,
level,
yeah. I'm
and
saying.
then you see your microphone maybe in the middle there. Drag it all the way to the up to the last part and go to 100.
Mm, okay. So.
Yo, you are very, very loud now. Click OK. Click OK.
Okay. All right.
And then click OK again and
Yeah.
exit that control panel. You are very loud and clear right now as I speak to you.
Okay, sir.
Mhm.
All right.
All
So,
right.
once again,
Go
let me
ahead.
say,
Go ahead.
yeah,
Go
once
ahead.
again, let me say welcome to all those listening here in Liberia, Monrovia, Montserrado County, Margaret County, Grand Bassa, Bon County, because we understand some people are getting us from some part of Bon County, to be precise, Salala district, and some people are getting us in some part of Bomi and Grand Cape Mount counties. We'd like to say welcome to you all to this very, very important program. Is called The Talking Point. This is where we discuss everything, be it human interest, politics, sports, the economy, and you just name it. This is where we look at everything, and that's how we say it is the talking point. We don't limit what we discuss here.
All right. That's the man in studio in Monrovia at Blaze Radio 90.7. We have our guest today is Representative elect Jeremiah Sokan. The man just took the mantle of District Number One in Grand Gedeh County. And as the man who won that election, we wanted to talk to him to hear from him specifically uh, how he felt. What did he do to win this time? Because he's tried before and now he has won. So we wanted to make sure to check with him. Honorable Sogan, you want to, I see your video, but it's not coming on. So you want to click on video on your phone and then I will see you. I can definitely, your face is not showing. Maybe you want to go out and come on again. Maybe you want to go out and come on again. There. So, Representative Soka is going to be here to tell us exactly how you feel. It feels, I haven't been in the kind of tough election before, but this election was one of the toughest, Anthony. I mean, there were multiple people. In fact, the most interesting thing about this election in the by-election, there
Yeah.
were I think three or four family members or close relatives or close relations of the late Madison Guion in that election. His
Let's
wife,
choose let's choose close relations, okay? Because you
close
have the
relations.
chief of office staff to the late former representative, you have his son, you had his wife, and you have some close family member to him, all contesting. I don't know in fact, as a matter of fact, we have 15 person contesting for the one seat in Chin district. As a
I
matter of
don't know.
fact, one other person who usually contests is Kemi Sharavandin. I have the name right.
I
Kemi
don't
Sharav.
know the honorable the representatives video is not coming. I mean, if the video is not going to show, we can still carry your audio, but
No, but I
um,
think it will be necessary for us to have him live because
we
some
really
people are
want to we
interested in
really
the
want to
image.
have you. We really want to have you live. So we want you to try and see if you can come on live for us.
I don't know if his
Which will
camera is
be
on or what. I don't know if his camera is on. Sir, if you're listening, please check your camera, whether it is on. If you are using your phone, make sure you click on a camera. Probably your camera is not on. You getting the audio, but your camera is not on. Just click on the camera, and you're gonna come on live.
right, right, right.
Yeah, sure.
So this is how he appears. This is how
No,
he appears.
I'm using my computer,
Can
but
you hear us? Can you
Okay, he
hear
said
us?
he's using his computer, so I guess he
Oh,
doesn't have webcam. I think so, or maybe his laptop.
so
yeah, I'm using my
you're using your phone.
no,
No,
I'm
he's
using my
using
laptop.
his laptop.
Which
So
one you're
I
using,
use
your phone or your laptop?
His laptop.
laptop.
He's using his laptop.
Okay. Okay. So probably the laptop. The
Something I
you
don't
have to
know.
go to your setting. Go to your setting.
Yeah, let me check this setting and see.
Okay, so
Go.
while he's
You
going
see
to his
your
settings,
screen.
sir,
Yeah.
yeah, while he's
Yeah.
going
Play
to his
some
settings,
music for us. Play some
we can
music
still
for
be
us. And
taking
yes, play some
it
music
easy.
for us.
Okay, folks,
Yeah. Play
welcome.
some music. Let me show you what. Yeah.
This is the talking point, and this is how we do it here. We discuss everything Liberia.
Representative, I want you to go to your setting. You go to setting.
Yeah, I'm looking at
You
setting.
go
Yes.
to. You go to.
Hello? Hello? I'm not hearing you. Maybe let me just-
You can hear me now. You can hear me now. You are muted.
Let me see. Yeah, I can hear
You
you
can hear
now.
me.
Yes.
Okay. So when you go to setting, how many camera appear under the video?
On the video.
Yeah. When you go to camera, you click on a little arrow on the camera.
Okay, let me see. I see HP True. Oh, I see two camera. That one camera that say then you got camera resolution.
Okay. No. Take one of the camera. Change the camera and see which one is your main camera. Let's choose anyone and see whether either of them can be your main camera.
Let me see. Let me see.
Oh man.
All right, but let me try the phone. Wait, maybe the phone will do better.
Yeah. No, the phone part will make it.
Yeah, so let's do the phone. We gotta move it.
Okay. So yeah, you can get off and then you do the phone and see what happens.
Yeah. Let me do the.
Okay, so we'd like to say welcome back. We are trying all of our effort to see how best we can connect with Honorable Jeremiah Sokan to, join the conversation tonight on the talking point. So we'll be right, but just hold on. We have a lot of important things to talk about tonight. That's going to amaze you. And
Okay. So while we are waiting for
Ça c'est des véritables.
okay, come to me. Thank you very much. That's Anthony Phillips in studio in Monrovia Blaze Radio 90.7. We are very sorry that we are trying to set up the representative elect to come on. Something like this, these things happen. And I think he's with us. I think he's with us.
yeah,
So
I
let
can
me
see
bring on the,
this is
there you
great.
go. Thank you very much. Honorable Sokan, how you doing, sir?
Thank you, Gibson. Thank you to the Blaze Communication. I'm
Yeah.
doing quite well.
Thank you very much. We are glad that you successfully came on. So what we're going to do, we're going to go straight into the conversation. We have Arthur Solo is going to be joining us. Reverend Selif is going to be joining us. They are our regular panels. So they will be asking you some questions or maybe making some comments for you to respond to. But let's go straight into our conversation. And that has to do with your victory in the by-election. Um, you are not alone that took part in that election. And though you are not being alone that took part in previous election. And but this one you won. How? How did you do it?
Thank you, Gibson. Let me take this time first to extend my gratitude to you and the entire management team of your great network for this opportunity. Let me take this time also to extend my greetings to my fellow Liberians, particularly Grenadians in the diaspora and in Grenada County and across the whole world. It is a great opportunity and a great feeling to be on this platform, this unique and uh, powerful platform tonight. I'm grateful for the opportunity, and let me extend that. You know, my work, this recent result, I can assure you and I can confirm or confess to you that it was not a walk in the park. It was not. You will understand and recall that I entered the political landscape in Grenada County in 2016. And my first election was 2017, which was one of the fiercest contested election. I didn't win that one. I also came back 2021 when there was a vacancy created by a session of the promotion, the elevation of Senator Pennant to senatorial post, and I went in. That election also was heavily contested, and we lost by a razor thin margin. So from there, we kept working in the district. We kept our base intact. We were always with the people, and so this time the people saw a fit that we have paid our fair share of the due, and that we have proven ourselves. We were vetted, and they thought that they trust us with everything, and that we should be able to lead the district at this moment. So I can comfortably tell you that it was not a walk in the park, but we did few things. We learned a lesson from the first and the second election that we capitalized on, that we employ new strategy that really help us, change the game and change it. Yes, this current election was heavily contested. You have 15 individuals who were really vying for one seat, and all of whom were, prominent sons and brilliant sons and daughters of the county. How do we pull it off? I tell you what. One was that our strategy. We engaged in a real Jehovah Witness campaign, door to door. My team was superb. This time they got it right. They cracked the code. I mean, they visited every house and every family they interacted with. We had two shifts of canvassing. One will go, and then up to 3 o'clock, that first team will change, and then the second team will pick up from 3 to 7 p.m. for those people who were working in school. So they met every house and every household. That's one. The other piece was among everyone else in the district, our record speaks for itself. We were the only candidate that invested in the development of that district, especially the road infrastructure. Our record could not be compared to anybody who have ever served as representative and senator when it comes to road infrastructure. To the best of our knowledge, we were the only person who really engaged in those projects. We have our handmark were all over the place. Indisputably, you could trade what we did in the district when it came to road infrastructure development. Also, it was the same when it came to say drinking water. pump in the community. You could trace our mark, our initiatives could be seen everywhere. And not only that, we happen to be the only candidate or person in Grand Gedeh in the whole county who really took Nigerians and took them to foreign land like Europe, America, and Europe. So in Asia, excuse me. So those record, the people of Grand Gedeh County, we thought that they were not paying attention to those, but those indisputable, traceable, verifiable intervention in the county, in the district, particularly, kind of serve as a game changer for us. The other piece was people recognized that the past election, Sokan has been very peaceful, regardless of how he lost election, the different narratives that and theories that were behind him. He never raised his voice. He never antagonized anyone. He was always very on point when it comes to the issues and nothing but the issues. So even people came after him, said stereotyping and calling name and saying stuff. He never reacted or scooped low to level that people went to. I thought that resonated very well with the voters. And then the last piece was actually people went to places and defined or told people who Sokan was. And they used propaganda, scare tactics, and all of that. But Sokan himself went to every little town and village, introduced himself. And when the people got to realize that Sokan was their own son and grew up right there, it was also a game changer. So the last piece, usually I will stay in a district for maybe 3-4 days, usually during my 2 past election cycle. But this time I spent 25 to 30 days there. People had an opportunity to interact with Sokan, and they had an opportunity to know him for themselves. And I thought that was the icing on the cake. So those put together really kind of help us turn the page and turn the corner.
That's a very interesting analysis of your strategies that you put in place. The other panelists will ask the question, guys. Let me ask one more question, and then I will turn it over to you guys to do. I want to put a picture on the screen. And I want you to describe that picture and tell me whether that picture in any way speaks to part of your victory. Can you speak to this picture?
Yeah. Thank you very much, Gibson.
Honorable, just a minute, please. For those of you listening via radio, this is a picture of Honorable Jeremiah Sokan and the late former representative Ero Madison Guion. Since, in fact, you are now watching, I'm just describing the picture. You can go ahead, sir.
Go ahead. What does this picture say? I see a bright smile on your face, and I haven't seen you smile like that before. Maybe this time. I see the bright smile on the late Guion face. Does this picture contribute to anything, or is just one of those pictures that you usually take with other families and friends elsewhere?
No, I can tell you, Gibson, thank you for putting the picture. I think during my campaign, I alluded to the fact that the late Ero Madison and myself were very close. He's a senior brother, he's a cousin. So this picture actually was taken during the heat of the 2021 by-election where he and I contested in. Okay? Yes, this picture was taken in the year of the former chairman Moba K. Molu of CDC. We met here. It was the meeting that we had. We were 4. In fact, the meeting, this picture was taken by Justice Rana Clark. His CON is dead. In Chairman Molu yard. The meeting, Chairman Molu called this meeting because when Chairman Molu asked me to go on a party ticket when CDC asked me, my concern was that the late Ero Madison was the founding member of the CDC in the county.
Right.
And I could remember that he took part in the 2017 election that he and I was in, lane to was CDC. But how was it that the party were asking me to go on a party ticket, and what his fate? Because I was hearing that he was also desiring to contest.
Right.
So Chairman Modu told me then that, look, we are discussing and Honorable Guillaume had already consented because we were going to give him an appointed position. So Sokan, you don't have to fear. So I said, okay. So this meeting was to confirm from Era Madison himself as his cousin to me that yes, that there was, a promise to me to be appointed and that you get my blessing, you can go on the party ticket. So it was then both of us arrived in Moluya together. Prior to that, I've always told Malu that Madison was a cousin, a senior brother, and we have an excellent relationship. So, and we really do. So when we met, the both of us were excited. We haven't met for a while, so it was a kind of reunion. It was a kind, of course, we knew we were going to be put on the spot on certain things, but that what generated a smile from both ends because we just met and for a while we haven't. And we had a very great and excellent relationship. So that what triggered a smile. So a smile reunion, a smile of a senior brother and a younger one meeting, and whatever it is, we would have gone through and pulled it out together. Yes. So it was that.
Okay, so let me put another picture on the screen, and you tell me what this picture is about, and then I will go to my panelists to ask you some questions if they have. We will go to the article you wrote later that has to do with the Grand Gedeh Association football team and the Nimba football team. You wrote a very great piece, and we want to go there. But first, I want to know about this picture. You just talked about Mulba Molu. Um, who told you that you can go on the ticket? Now Molu left CDC and you met him again. This is the picture. Where did you meet him this time?
Oh, wonderful. It was during the course of 2023. 2023 election. Um, I the late era myself after we went in a by-election and he won. I promised we met and I promised him that look, the 2023 I'm not going to be a part because you just finished Senator Penn's term from representative thing. I think you need all the time for you, to be able to do the work you want to do in a district. So with that, um, I will not contest in 2023 election. Remember the by-election abroad, the late era, it was a racer thing victory. Okay. So his concern was Sokan coming in a race could tilt the ballot. Of
Right.
course, it could have. So no, I show him. So because of that, I did not contest 2023 election that brought that brought Errol Madison, to power. So I was then asked, I'll chair the campaign for CDC in District 6. So that event was the CDC 1 million march and our chairing District 6, the district that produced all the president in the Republic of Liberia, except for Ellen so far. So I was the campaign manager of that, and so we met on that event. When he saw the crowd that came from District 6 and all the way, he was thrilled. He like, wow, you pulled it off. We were right at EWA Junction. There was no space there, and everybody was excited, waiting for the former president, the president then, to come around. So that was a very joyous mood that we were in, and it was a commendating moment.
Thank
Yes.
you very much. I just wanted to set the basis for all of these, and Emmanuel Zaza, please stay in one place. I told you before you came on L. I said you must stay in one place, please. Because otherwise we'll pull you
I've,
easy.
I've,
Pull you.
Yeah,
I've
you even need
been,
to take
I've
off
been,
your face cap.
I've been,
You really need to
I've
take
been
off
in
your
one
face
place.
cap.
Okay, guys, so again, if you are
I've been
listening
in one
to us,
place.
this is
I don't
Blaze
really point my head.
Radio.
Why are you shaking for?
This is Blaze Radio 90.7 FM. If you are in Monrovia, parts of Magibi, parts of Bomi and Bassa, you are listening to us. We are in conversation with Representative elect, Grand Gedeh District number 1 Representative elect Jeremiah Sokan, who has been in the race twice before, didn't make it, but he has now made it. Let me go to my panel. Let me start with Anthony. Your 2 questions.
Okay. Before I ask my question, I just want to let the honorable and the rest of you to know that we will now read comments for those who will be commenting. We're going to place the comments on the screen for the honorable to read himself. Okay. So my question, uh, what is the secret, or what was the secret for your election, the success in getting elected as the current district number 1 Grand Gedeh County representative? Because you try on so many occasions, people even bully you, people even label you as not being from the county, but now you have successfully won the seat of the district. What has been your secret? That's my first question. And lastly, my second question has to do with we were made to understand that prior to the election, even during the election, the county or the district as a whole, district number 1 Grand Gedeh County, is heavily divided. How are you going to work that out to make sure that the district is united?
Thank you very much. So, as I indicated previously, let me put it succinctly. Persistency and consistency kind of gave me the result. I was consistent in my approach to, my platform, and the desire to be able to transform the district. I was persistent despite I did not make it first and second, but I was unbending, unwavering in my quest, because I think I have something to offer. So in addition to the numerous strategy that we changed, I think my presence also in the district for a protracted period compared to past time allow people to interact and me to interact with them and get to understand. I actually changed the narrative of all the propaganda. One of, somebody say he's not from here, and they know. By the time, I describe it in my campaign as 2-feet radio station that were Kosu and Itkisawali, right? So, yeah.
What does that mean?
Because the propaganda was carried on by the 2-feet radio station that where Kosu and Itkisawali. So my thing I told my team is that we have 2 legs, and so we wear Kosu as well. We need to counter all of those lies, because they go to places and they make up these stories. And mind you, these are people who normally outside of election, these are people who come and myself, we have lunch, we talk, we flock together. Remember, I serve as the Secretary General of Grand Gedeh Association in the diaspora, right? It is appalling that somebody would say, I born, raised, and live. I did my ABC in Baptist with Mrs. Nemo. Some of my elementary teachers are still there. I left multilateral, and some of my teachers and classmates and people they're still right there. Some of them teaching there. So people go about making up stuff. Those who make up things, they have not even seen me. When I appear, some of them don't even know me. So when I changed the narrative by using the same 2-feet radio, and I myself, and then they talk. By the time I said, some even say I couldn't speak Crown. And I will have conversation 3-4 hours, and I could speak Crown.
You can speak Crown?
Oh, God, I didn't know how way. Markia. Hey, Markia. Kano ni anu aye. Gezi mbe onyo kuru inkila. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I got you.
Kano aye. Gezi na mbe onyo kuru inkila na toti inkila tije ba. Yeah. Wadu orati inkila tije jredo inkila tiro inkila tije. Yeah. Ibo de kia. You see,
I think that's okay. You can
This
back
is
to
phenomenal. This one make the show dynamic. People come here, they are Pele people who say speak Pele, they speak their Pele. Because it's sometimes if you are on the radio, there are people who will be listening to you from Grand Gedeh, and when you're speaking like this, you connect with them, which is good. But yeah, go ahead. Also, a second question, which was you talk about the magic.
The unity, yeah, the unity. So I'm not gonna unite. Yes, the good thing is, Philip, you know me. Since I've been in this country in Grand Gedeh, I've never been involved with any controversy. Neither do you have evidence or anything on radio or on social media that I support if two people are arguing, disagreeing, Grand Gedeh, that I take side. I've always my appearance among people, whether it's caucus or within the student community or issue of local and national, it is about reconciliation. I've always united people. I'm known to be the unifier. Evidence is that when the Grand Gedeh University student was split in the middle, when I returned 2010, I resolved the issue. KZ Mayapua will tell you he was in prison. I moved him. Nelson Gua will tell you he was wounded, he was in a hospital. I paid the bills. And not only did I do that, I brought the entire university student, then that was somewhere around 200 to 300, I brought them to be united. In fact, it is because my role that I play then that make them to make me the chairman for the first time, the chairman of the board of the Grand Gedeh University Student Union. So my records are there in the county. I'm not a controversial person. So I'm aware of the kind of a polarization, the division, the here and there. My role is this. Here what I did. After the election, a few days, I call up all the 14 candidates. I call them one by one and congratulated them for their participation, recognize the maturity with which these elections were carried out. People, for the very first time, there was no vulgarity or profanity, but people were focused on their platform and what they could do for the district. To some extent, it's substantive and very spirited conversation about the issues and not personality. So I thank them, and then I'm trying now to organize a kind of a meeting, a kind of meetup, just to discuss forward. So I look forward to solving the differences between whether it's Niawo and Kwenawo people, that the issue that came out of the donor situation, whether it's the death of the late era Madison, that brought about hard feelings, whether it's division in the legislative caucus. Look, I look forward to making sure that we can put our county first. That we don't have to love each other. We don't have to be buddies. But when it comes to the interest of the district, we need to be able to work together. So I look forward to addressing this issue. I think one of the things I told myself is that what will distinguish me is for me to tackle the elephant or 400-pound
gorilla.
Will distinguish me from previous ones. So I look forward to doing that. I will engage individual, I will engage the group, and I will let them know the importance, right? They don't have to love each other. We don't have to love each other, but we have a responsibility to protect the interests of the county. And I think that's how we are. And let me end on this. I think I happen to be one because I've never been involved with controversy in a district. I have a huge capital in terms of trust. Either one can easily trust me and believe me because I've never tainted my, no one can trace me anywhere, right? So I bring some credibility to the discourse.
Thank you very much, Arthur Solo. You always got something new on the tech. He is Gedeh High top panelist, even though he's our panelist. So, I mean, I don't know what to do with the guy here, man. I don't know what to do with him.
Everything right to the meeting was.
Man, it's our panelist. He says Gedeh High top panelist. But that's okay. Go ahead.
You know what? I will teach you. Hold on. I forgot to teach everything when I come in, but you always put in my leg. If I don't
teach, your question.
Yeah. Honorable elect. So
you can make comment if you don't want to make your question. You can ask your question if you want.
Thank you for your victory, and we congratulate you on the hard work you did. For me, my main area of concern is the budget in the country. When it comes to budgets, we granted receive, I can say, even below the bare minimum when it comes to budgeting. And most of the reason I had that fight with Honorable Samuel Tuet, and like, hey, what is it that we always getting the cookie crumbs are left over? And he said, it's not me. I'm only the finance minister, but people representing, we are government representatives, right? And we had that clash. I told him that was not fair to put it that way. But since you are now going to the House, I mean, we have few other representatives that are strong, but the budgeting comes from the caucus being united. If the caucus divided, then you will not get what you want, and then everybody going haywire. I want to focus on how we can restructure the caucus and integrate our own constituent in the caucus, because the problem we have with some of the representatives.
You want to answer for him?
No, I'm not done yet. I'm not questioning the man. I say I have a question.
Constructing the question.
Right. I could,
Go ahead.
Putting forward. I didn't make. Actually, the people I get and the other people you can't. There's no way around him. That's it. So you're just leaving. You know. In the county, we have the, like you mentioned, the university, the Grand Gedeh University student. It should be another step to be able, since you already been, I think, chairman of that board, you chair that board already, to create a new bridge to connect the people. Because everything from our youth, people always focus on being employed. Now that we have honorable elect, everybody want to get employed in the main office, but the man only can hold so much people in that office. He can't go above it. So if we have opportunity to add, there will be a bridge for you to be able to redirect people to where they need to be. And you mentioned another thing that actually what my concern is the issue between the Nyao and the Kulamo people. I'm from Kulamo district. I'm a Glio man from Kulamo district. We need that issue to be resolved, because brothers and sisters can be fighting each other. When they let nothing was going on, the only person that spoke against that, giving speeches and press conferences, is not going to solve the problem. We don't want to be the cause for the national government to send soldiers to Grand Gedeh. They will be the crown people again. We don't want that. We can solve the issue within ourselves. So if you can work on those issues, we will very much. And I look at your background. You're from the Grand Gedeh Association in the diaspora here. So I mean, you can forget the fake confidence that they're in the area, because you know what exactly your platform going to be for your people. And we are looking forward to seeing the better thing. The man who seat you are sitting in, he's a highly respected man in the community, and we also respect you. And the people in Grand Gedeh, we need a better budget than what we're getting. We don't want cookie crumbs. And please try to have the caucus of Grand Gedeh united, so that the people would know that we are working towards something. And my last comment, this is one that I put to every elected official, newly elected. Grand Gedeh County is not a prison zone. We don't want checkpoints. there should be a minimum entrance checkpoint, not with inside the county. You go into your village, there's a checkpoint. It's very much sickening. And I have people, I think they're like, wait a minute, when did they create the other checkpoint? So if there's the border entering area, let's say from Nimba County entering gradually, there's a checkpoint. I understand that. From Toastan border, from Abrico entering Toastan border, yeah, there's a checkpoint there. I understand that. But if you have a checkpoint going to a boundary level, what's the need of that checkpoint? You Israel going to Sano, there's the United States red to the border, the United States get to Puru Jadi, there's a checkpoint. What is that for? It's very much not free movement. Other countries, you go 100 miles before you even say look and see a checkpoint. I told this to the senator-elect and the representative-elect, Marie Johnson, as well, that we need to. Grand Gedeh is not a prison compound. If you think that that's a new Bela Yara, we don't want it. So this is you as a new member. I want you to take the message. Grand Gedeh is not a new Bela Yara. So thank you. I don't have questions. These are my concerns, and you can address it as well. Because I know the record you have. I don't think anybody would be able to tempt you. If they were to tempt you, you would have been tempted by now before you even get to where you are. So the brown envelope in the house cannot do you any harm. So I won't worry about it. I have trust in you. No, for real. I have trust in him because based on what happening, so I don't think the problem we have, we let new people, we have all our hopes up, right? They get in, then the brown envelope destroy them. You know?
Okay. Thank you also much because you need to.
Your 2 minutes is over. Let him. Okay, thank you very much, Arthur.
All right. So yes, so thank you, Mr. Solo. Thank you so much for those concerns. First, budgetary. Let me clearly indicate that before reaching this date, my background has been I'm trained financial accounting and finance person. And I work in the States as auditor, right, with Ernst & Young, before. And then when I got to Liberia, fortunately for me, I became Deputy Minister for Sectoral and Regional Planning. And then eventually, even the budget formulation, the multi-year budget formulation we're doing, the current Deputy Minister for Budget, we've been there for numerous years, she was in the secretary, and I personally provided support to her, training on the budget and all of that. So yeah, I do understand that. And I've been an integral part of the budget formulation for years. Now, budget formulation is done specifically by institution to institution. That's the very first thing. So in Gedeh County, for example, there are certain spending entity already defined and already listed in the budget. So one of those having to be the community college. Well, the question is, how much goes to the community college, right? Now, some of the elements that goes into the budgeting, they are obvious and other are not. The obvious ones are, if you get 100 staff and on average, the staff is getting paid $100, you multiply 100 by 100, you're talking already 10,000. That one, nobody can play with that. Okay, it's clear. That 10,000 or it is going to go into the budget automatically, right? So you can't manipulate that. The only way you manipulate that, if you're moving from 100 staff to 150 staff, of course, is that function, right? So that's one. The only place where maybe some things can happen is what other subsidy you can provide, discretionary or operational. Right? So, or what kind of project, what other programs. So again, it comes down to who managing the institution. Sometimes others institutions like the community college get more money because the administration of the college place more emphasis and understand the budgeting process. And they engage that process early on and make a case why they need more money. I'm speaking from an insider perspective. Howbeit, I think legislature or the caucus of the county need to ensure that the interests of the county and all of the other institutions are protected. I can assure you that with the knowledge and the connection, and let me tell you something, my man, life is the same. This life here, you may know one thing, but the most important thing is your network. You got to know people. People got to know you, whether you like it or not, whether in the United States of America or them, your academic, your experience is something, but connection and network is a lot, So I think in time past, some of the county weakness, the caucus weakness is that they do not know people who make decisions and don't approach them in time. But again, that's it. So other county survive because they know the Minister of Finance, they know the Deputy Minister for Budget, they know when budget is being formulated, and they can go there quickly and make their case before the document gets out.
Right.
So I think the county need to strengthen that portion. So again, I look forward to it. We will do the best we can. Of course, unity, I already spoke about unity. We will surely make sure. I agree with you, the checkpoints. I think I just came from there day before yesterday. I think the Senator Thomas Yaya, to my understanding, is that he had taken some steps, and those steps are yielding the fruits because we have very limited checkpoints now, and where checkpoint used to be, I think those areas are clear. We will not hesitate to reinforce that, if not to strengthen. Add our words to it, because I agree with you 100%. There's no need for the municipality of checkpoints everywhere, especially within. You expect them in strategic area to protect the interest, but no need to have the cumbersome, kind of restriction within the county. You got my support on that, and we will ensure that it remains as such.
Thank you very much. This is 8 minutes to 9 o'clock in Liberia, and it's 8 minutes to 4 o'clock on my side. And those of you in the East Coast, it's 8 minutes to 5 o'clock. We also want to welcome our panelist, S.T. Salif. He is a constant and a consistent panelist there. We want to come to Zaza. You got 2 questions, and then we end up with Brother Salif. We take our message reading, and then we'll go to the phone line to give enough time to our panelists to respond to this. And then our last issue will be the Grand Gedeh game. And the representative wrote something interesting that we're going to be reading, and we want to question further on to expound on that. But let me go to Zaza. Your 2 questions, sir.
Vicky, don't get to feel bad before the question comes, because I know he's feeling bad right now about that game.
Emmanuel.
Yeah. Thank you. Good evening to everyone.
No problem.
What?
Go ahead, Noah. Just kidding.
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Man. Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you, sir.
It's a pleasure to have you on the C show.
Thank you.
I have a question, a political question. For the past time, since Ellen days, we have been grouped in a basket called the Southeast. We don't really consider Grand Gedeh, they don't consider Sano, they don't consider Maryland, they just say Southeast. So they don't really pay attention to us. Whether you believe it or not, that's fact. It's not propaganda, it's not argument, it's fact. They're supposed to be Southeast. So they don't care about what really happened in Southeast. And this has affected us a lot. What is your plan as you are joining the group now? What plans do you have to make Southeast significant? I'm not talking about Grand Gedeh, because Grand Gedeh does not have a voice. Whether you believe it or not, that's a reality. We need Southeast, like right now, the Western cluster, they formed a bloc, they call it the Western Bloc, headed by American and other people. How can we get this happening from the Southeast that will not just be overlooked by anybody, that will speak in unison, and that the same thing we want? Because if road don't go to Grand Gedeh, it means we're not going to Maryland. Because if you
Okay,
can't jump on that
that's my
River G,
question.
yeah, if you jump on that River G in Maryland, and they don't connect it to the other counties, it's still not open. So what can we do as a new person coming in the block? What is your plan on that?
Thank you. Mr. Zaza, you're absolutely right. Very good question. Let me tell you first thing that the southeastern part of the county, remember when we check presidents, right? Powerful presidents in the history of the country. The Southeast have produced some powerful presidents. Okay. I'm not going to go so far behind prior to war and all of that. But if you look at prior war, so then the question you ask yourself, if you produce powerful and sometimes long-serving president, what have been their contribution? What is the foundation they laid? Is that foundation or was that foundation fundamentally destroyed? Was there a reliable foundation already laid? I think those are brain teasing question and soul searching question. Fast forward. Let's come to in most recent time, okay? President Weah just left power. There is no question. We have indisputable evidence and proof around that predominantly high government official came from the Southeast. The question then is, why did we then fail to do the needful? I mean, that question goes to you. So, I mean, you could cherry pick early administration, but then after Ellen, what we are. So then what happened? What went wrong? Why didn't we address or solve the externalities? One, the role issue. And so I think we need to keep asking ourselves questions. And I think when you ask me clearly here, what do I think? How do we strengthen the region? Today, I was in conversation with two distinct potential, non-potential, but colleagues who are represented. One is from Maryland, the other one from Bison District. They were in my office, came to, we were chatting and briefing. One of the first questions I asked them is, how many lawmakers in the lower house from the Southeast? And we counted it today was 16. 16 of us from the Southeast now, 16. So I asked them, do we have a block? And then we're discussing, the person who's leading it and that. So my suggestion to them was, we needed to strengthen that block, find trailblazers, move and shakers to head that block and be able to come out to discuss the Southeastern issue really as a block. So, I mean, we were looking at it from a political strategy. And one of the specific things I was talking about was the speaker currently is from the Southeast. So my first conversation was to see how we can solidify that block, right? So that was what. So what will I do? I will look at that 16 representative from the Southeast. We will strengthen the organization. We will meet at least if it is monthly to discuss issue, because all of the issues seem to be intertwined, interwoven, especially when it comes to the road situation, when it comes to the electricity, when it comes to education, when it comes to healthcare delivery system, all of those issues. If you look at it, the same problem that's in Grand Gedeh, almost the same problem in River G, the same problem in Sano, the same problem in Maryland, and the same problem in River Cess, right? So I think we should be able to discuss some of those things. The other piece is our kind of brainstorming with them that we could look at a legislative from budgetary perspective. We could look at some way of having the legislative project. So if I am going, we can look at it even in a district level, that's true, but we need to see how some of these projects create a kind of synergy, leverage on each other to be able to expand on existing initiative. Whether it's capacity building, right? Some of the counties have more people who are educated than the others. In the area of technical vocational education, for instance, who do have more electrician, who do have more plumber, who have guys who are in carpentry most, is can we go into specialization that grant you that maybe you focus on electricity, so you bring the best electricity from your vocational people. River G, can you focus on carpentry? So anyway, in a region, so that the region become interdependent in terms of this kind of. So with that, we need each other. Then we can address the issue. You moving one piece and moving another piece instead of one person toting all the 5 pieces, right? So those kind of way. Howbeit, I think the best way to strengthen, to solve the Southeast issue is through coordination, is through consultation, is through collaboration, a strong partnership development.
Thank you very much. 1 minute down, 9 o'clock in Monrovia. Those of you are in Liberia, I see my big brother Henry Zonwe is watching. Henry Zonwe, you can tune to 90.7 Blaze Radio, and you will be able to listen to us live. But just in case you want to stay right here, stay here. We'll be going to our message time, our text message time. But let's go to ST. ST, we're going to swallow one of Emmanuel's question and come to you because time being fast spent. We want to jump to the next issue, but let's go to your question.
Thank you.
Question or comment?
Yeah, thank you, Honorable, on your historic win in Grand Gedeh. I follow you closely. I watched most of the videos. I saw you dance with the market women. I saw you go through the market. People really celebrated you. It looked like you are a real celebrity in Grand Gedeh, and we congratulate you on this historic win. My concern is you're in the house, and what we see oftentimes is we only care about the ordinary people during elections time. Election time, we can sit with them, we can eat with them, we can shake hands with them. Once we get in that office, we don't think about them anymore. We only use the people as stooges, just pawns to get to where we want to be. And then we see all the contracts that are signed in the central government concession agreements, and we just do it. We don't go back to our constituents. There's no town hall. We don't care about what the people want, and we got to deviate from that kind of leadership. So I just wanted to know, are you going to follow that same tradition when it comes to signing concession agreements? You guys sit in Monrovia, just do your thing and sign documents and never consulting the people to say, hey, let me go back home, check in with my constituents and see what they want, which way they want me to vote on this issue. Is it going to be business as usual, Honorable?
Thank you very much, ST. Let me unequivocally tell you no. I've been in the business for a while, and I can tell you that I have a very decentralized and well-structured, organization. We are present not only in a district, but in communities, and not only in communities, city, villages and town around Zwedru. We are present there. And so for me, consultation has been the hallmark of the way I work. Remember, I've been in this business not once, not twice, but this is the third time. And I've always maintained that. And so I run as a professional project person who have always managed to secure significant funding for the national government. Consultation, gender inclusion has always been an integral part, and it's in my DNA. Consultation, always consultation. Consultation does not necessarily mean for you to physically be present, but a reliable structure with the people discussing the matter and the feedback coming back to you, how those ideas mainstream into the decision making. So I can assure you that yes, I mean, that's what's going to distinguish me. I've always distinguished myself professionally. I don't think I'm going to fail myself at the age politically, right? I'm noted for that. In the international arena, I'm known for a man who properly coordinate, have a strong decentralized consultation thing. So definitely, I think consultations will definitely take place. So I can assure you that it's not going to be business as usual with us. No.
Thank you, Honorable.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. If you are listening to us, we are live on Blaze Radio 90.7. We will go to our messaging and then we'll go straight to our line to hear from our callers how they feel about Representative-elect Jeremiah Sokan disposition on the issues. So let me say this one here. We want to say Dolo Solon Mo Jerry, welcome to our broadcast. We want to say thank you very much. Antoinette Gallo say congratulations, Honorable. She just called it Shudder Glaze. Thanks to say, hey there, brother. How are you doing? Who are you talking to? Hey there, man. I will deal with you. You can't say be brother, say then kind of hey there, brother. Oh, come on. All right, let me go. I just kidding there. And Augustine Massacre say, congratulations, Honorable Jeremiah Gao, for your victory. Oh, okay. You want to use a man's middle name for your last name.
Yeah. Anything works, man.
Anything works. Anything works. Anything works. Maccabee Remio. She is called the Google people. Who's speaking, please? You don't know your representative? Anyway, Anthony Gallo say Grand Jeddah strong. And this one's coming from Christian. Terazama say we are live in Dwason. And that's very good that we are heard in Dwason. And Maccabee Remio say, oh, okay. That's Honorable Sokan. Antoinette Gallo, new representative. And this one is coming from Michael Viewer. Say, I wasn't your supporter this gone by election, but when the people of District, I mean, she meant District 1, who I am to say no. With that being said, I personally congratulate you, sir, for your hard work. Go and serve your people in good faith. Anthony Gallo say your good records are on fire, Honorable Sokan. And Michael V. Remy comes back and says, when the people of District 1 decide, who am I to say no? Congratulations. She continued to say that. And this one's coming from Rashid Wagali. Do we have Rashid in Crown and more Crown people too? I didn't know that this one is a Crown name too. Rashid Wagali said, good evening. I am following from the nation's capital, Monrovia. And this one's coming from Amos Bowman. Thank you very much. Stevie Jaru, all the way there in Bombing, is following this program today. And Augustine Massacre said, Honorable, what were your first tasks as lawmaker after winning a very strong and competitive election in that county? I mean, your first action, I think that's what he meant. Say he missed it, I just put it right between there for you, and then you can respond to that later. And Michael Virumi say, but this going by-election, the Grand Jury was very peaceful. I was there in Zvedru, and I saw Honorable Sokan and his group campaigning. What do you think made men win? The men campaign. Why you win? Sarah Yipan said, this man is a good man. Trust him and believe in him. Well, I think you got a fan club here already on this text line. And we will just say that's great for you. And Timothy Christian Gay, I'm following from the beautiful city, Pinsville, Honorable Jeremiah Sogan. It's the leader we trust. And this one is coming from Michael V. Remy, just to say, Honorable Thomas, Yaya has taken it away. What are you talking about? I don't know, but anyways, she knows what she's talking about. G. Samuel Bonner Jr. says, watching from Johnsonville, and want to say thank you for watching from there. Those, Austin Yoni says, those checkpoints are not new, my brother. Talking to Arthur Solo right now. Those checkpoints have been in existence for numerous years. In other words, should they remain there? Or are you agreeing with Arthur that it can be removed? Anthony Gallo says, they will always not care for us because we made history by producing the first indigenous president in Liberia. We will always be hated. I closed my mouth on that one. And this one is coming from Magovi to close on this text line and say, I pray that our representatives elect will not join other lawmakers to travel by air to go to Grand Gedeh and forget our rule. This one, it touched my heart. It touched my heart. This thing about flying by air to go to Grand Gedeh and you don't drive through there, it touched my heart. But let me go to Anthony Phillips in Monrovia, in studio. Tell me, Anthony, do you have callers on your line? Let's hear from you.
Okay, so we will have to announce the numbers because like last night, we'll also have bulk of people listening to the broadcast tonight. Since in fact we have the representative elect, Honorable Jeremiah Sokan, so he will keenly listen to the callers as they put in their views. So you can go ahead right now, call me up on 0776 376 869 0776 376 869. To combine it, 0776 37 68 69. 37 68 69. These are, this is the only number because we have the Lone Star here, but we are experiencing some problem, experiencing some difficulties with the Lone Star line. So we are only going to take the orange line. So you can call me up, but before you call, I don't walk away from your radio. If you don't want to walk away because of the time, just lower your radio volume a little bit. You'll get us through the phone and you can talk to us. Maybe you have a question that you want to pose to Honorable Sokan that we did not do, or maybe you have some comment you want to make that maybe he can weigh in on, and also maybe other concern, right, as it relates to Grand Gedeh, or maybe you are not a Grand Gedeh, but you want to partake on the program tonight. You can do the same. 0776 376 869 are the numbers to call, and you are going to be live. And you can also pin the number on the screen there for those folks who are listening or who are watching online that will want to participate on the program. So this is it right here. But while we are awaiting the callers, I want to bring this in. There are some people who are kind of concerned about the office of the representative elect. Most of the people are now kind of concerned as to who are those going to work in his office. Is he going to consider some of the staff that work with the late era Madison Nguyen in his office, or is a whole brand new thing he's going to do? So before we can take the calls, maybe he can just weigh in on that.
Thank you. Thank you, Philip. First of all, the way I will approach constituting those who will work in my office, I've already set the guidelines in Grand Gedeh before coming. Generally, what I'm going to do is that I have bases. One is that my bases will be represented. The communities or key stakeholders within the constituents will be represented. All right. So that's how I'm going to proceed with that. For instance, I clearly indicated that I got 4 main bases cluster. 1 is the Crown, 2 is the Fula, 3 is the Mandingo, 4 is the Grebo, and then you have other segment that also form part of the base, the constituency that that have been consistent over the period of time. I will ensure, first of all, that each of these blocks that work hard and really the real representative, they will be reflected in the staffing. Also, during the time of the campaign, again, for the purpose of reconciliation, I just indicated to you that the late Errol Madison is a cousin. So it is a two-way street. Remember that the late Errol Madison camp was now one. They have multiple factions. So I'm not quite sure, but as many, I will approach them. I will approach those who are approachable and will be, if at all they express willing. And remember, they contested in a, how politics look like. People take their line, they feel that they want to stay behind their lines, regardless of whether you open your arms to them. So I am, prior to the election, I've made it clear that I'll be open to definitely have a conversation. And I've had conversation prior to the election, the campaign coming full swing. Many of them, I don't want to call names, they are fully aware that I had a very serious conversation with them. And they chose the pathway they want to choose. Well, my arms will still remain, my doors will still remain open. But I mean, if they still hide behind, whatever choice they made, I will have no option. What's true is that my office will be it will be colorful because it will be an inclusive office that reflects the colorfulness of the district.
Okay, anytime you get a call, just call me to a point if you have a call.
I think I have a call.
Okay, go ahead.
Please walk away from your radio before I can. Okay, the person is off the line. But please, like I said, make sure you move away from the radio because you're going to get a feedback. Just move away from the radio. Then you can call and be a part of the program. 0776 376 869 is the orange number we are using for now. We're going to see how best we can work on our Lone Star number to be a part of the program. But for now, 0776 376 869 is the number to be a part of. Yeah, you can go ahead, sir.
Okay, while we're going to transcend the topic right now, we are going to go straight to something that I wanted to bring to his attention. Honorable Sokan, there was a soccer match that took place recently. Grand Gedeh scored a goal. It was disqualified. You wrote something, and what you wrote is this. Let me put this one on the screen here. For those of you who are not seeing what we are seeing here, it is a comment statement, a post that was made by Jeremiah Sokan 5 hours ago. Can you verify this one is your poster? Let's first of all make sure that it is your post.
Yeah, it is. It is my post.
Okay.
Yes.
So this is part one of that post. It said, upon my return from Grand Gedeh yesterday, I learned of the unfortunate twist of events during a match between Grand Gedeh and Nimba County. From various eyewitness accounts and video footage of the match, the LFA referee poorly managed the game and literally robbed Grand Gedeh of its victory in broad daylight. There is no need for this unprofessional behavior. The intent of the county meet is to serve as a path to reconciliation, social cohesion, development of athletic talents across the 15 counties. As such, the integrity of the game is paramount in attracting and maintaining those talents. So, fairness and transparency should be the hallmark, and it continues. Therefore, I strongly recommend to LFA to immediately consider the following actions. One, that Grand Gedeh be awarded the game with Nimba as winner. The goal score is legitimate. The referee decision to cancel was wrong. Two, that the referee be suspended or expelled from the LFA. His action brings the institution to public disrepute and disgrace. Three, that Nimba County should do the honorable thing by conceding to defeat and not take undeserved and unearned victory. This will be good sportsmanship and great precedent But Honorable Sokan, you are not the only person who spoke this way. Even though you are from Grand Gedeh, you wrote this very important piece. There was somebody else who wrote the same piece. This person is also a representative, but this person did not come from Grand Gedeh County. This person came from Nimba County, and this person is Representative Musa Belete. This is what he wrote. I read. The truth is hard and sometimes painful. Today, the referee robbed our people of good football. A goal for Granada didn't mean they would have won us. This is just wrong. This referee must be punished. We are Nimba, and we have overcome greater challenges before. We didn't need this help from him. Why? It didn't mean victory for them. The goal they scored was perfect. Again, the goal they scored was perfect. Football doesn't deserve this. The truth is the truth, and even it's against you. This was against us. The victory is undeserved. The two of you use similar words. This is what you said. This is what you said in number 3, that Nimba County should do the honorable thing by conceding to defeat and not take undeserved and unearned victory. Musa Belete says this was against us. Our victory is undeserved. You guys are singing the same song here.
Did you read Musa's Representative Musa's ability post before you did yours, or I don't know if it became the same
What
time?
happened there? Are two of you texting each other and say, Musa Belete, what you said, I think I'm going to read the city. This is what happened. What's going on?
Yeah.
And
Just returning for Grand Gedeh. I don't think he had a chance to read Musa.
no, I mean, thank you, Gibson. I know you. I did not even know that the match was ongoing. I was really on the roll, and when you're on the roll, the internet back and forth. So I got a call, and then later on, I got the full story. So I started drafting. Gibson, if you check, you'll see that. In fact, because I was having internet problem, my posts were posted like more than 4 different times. I mean, 4 different, because I would try it, and then my internet, it will appear that it didn't go there and post it again. So by the time the internet came on, I was trying to get a message up quickly, to the audience, right? But then the internet connection would not. When I posted, like, it was still reading. So I tried working on my phone. Then I press post again. So I got that going like 4. If you look at the original on my page, you see like 4 different things because I was trying on the roll. So the answer is no. I never saw.
Go ahead.
Post. I mean, was after I got the whole story, I saw some of the video footage at some point in time. I watched it over and over. I knew why it was just not right. I mean, somebody said, "Oh, why you didn't comment on the vandalism and all the destruction that took place?" True. I will take this time to say, first of all, the vandalizing property is just not a good behavior. I mean, absolutely not.
Honorable, just give me 1 minute, so quickly before you can continue. Mind you now, during the Lofa and the bombing game, the heavy storm and the heavy downpour of rain also destroyed some properties at the stadium. So it is not only because of Grand Gedeh and Nimba game that got properties damaged at the stadium. No, I just want to set that straight. Because during the Lofa and the bombing game, there was a heavy downpour of rain and storm. They also helped in destroying some properties at the stadium. You can go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you for that pieces of information. So first, no, I did not read Musa post, but again, any form of violence, right? I think is something that is not a good approach to anything. So I definitely don't support violence in any shape or form. Howbeit, I think This game, I stand by my post, and I also got in touch with the county team. I volunteered that I need to be part of the discussion when they are called because as they were drafting the complaint, and I encouraged them to expeditiously file the complaint, and they did. They copied me the complaint they filed. I told the chairman of the steering committee that whenever they are appearing before Arab Ministry of Youth and Sports or the proper authority, I want to be part because I believe strongly what I wrote. I think I learned later that the referee is expelled or suspended or is punished some kind of way, but
Yeah.
the punishment is good. The punishment is good. I think it is about time for us to really set some precedent in this country. I still believe and I still stand by my word. I think Nimba County need to do the honorable thing. They know that they did not win. There's no question. I mean, why would a great county like Nima, very good at soccer, want to walk away with something really did not earn? I mean, why would you do that? What's the point here? I mean, I saw a couple of posts, oh, nobody does that. But like seriously, do you really feel happy to walk away with that? But I think it is the opportunity for the Ministry of Youth and Sport and the proper authority to really flex their muscle. Or, I mean, not flexing their muscle, but to really do the right thing here. I mean, I see people, the authority are lamenting on the damage. That's true. I pity and I sympathize with that because we as a country have just gotten from honor suspension and isolation from FIFA because our infrastructure did not meet basic standard. And so,
International standard.
yes, so we shouldn't really put ourselves back in that kind of condition situation, noting the fact that the physical space is tight. We don't have the space to replace some of these things. I think citizens should be cognizant of the fact their actions could either hamper or further. However, I think the Ministry of Youth and Sport and the proper football authority need to look at their referee. It is just not fair. Really not fair at all. Okay, you're going to discourage people from the game. And I think that Nima County should really play the big man role here. They should not. I mean, I repeat, they should not.
Let me stop you a little bit. You want Nima County, you're in your statement here, you said Nima should do the honorable thing and say, hey, you know what? Look, everything put aside, Grand Gedeh, you won this victory, we are giving it to you. Is that what you want Nima to do after they are rejoicing and thinking of going to the semifinal?
That's where I wanted to come in, honorable. I hear you. I hear your passion, but there's no precedent for that even around the world, where anybody say, "Hey, you know, we are going to concede," even though at the end of the day, the referee awarded us the game, but we're going to, concede. It's never going to happen. So here is what should happen, and thank God you're going into the house. This is about leadership. We need arbitration of sports in Liberia. So I don't know at what level, maybe at the LFA level, at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, they should have already foreseen that some of these things will happen. So when tournaments are going on, there should be a special office for arbitration so that when these complaints come,
what did arbitration look like?
Yes, so they can go back. They should have maybe how many men panel, they sit down, they bring these complaints, they can go back and watch snippets of the games and say, yes, it's the same thing that happened when 2002, when Lone Star was defeated in Port Harcourt. I was there. I went to the game. I went to the hotel. I interacted with these people. Josh, we are unfoolish that made them to lose that game. And at the end of the day, they went to the FIFA arbitration that, listen, Ghana sold the game. They said, okay, bring your proofs. And they did all these things. At the end of the day, the rule against Lone Star, I know the game was not so, but they came with some standards because I lived in Port Harcourt at the time. And I'm telling you, I think about 16 different governors from around Nigeria flew into Port Harcourt for that game. When the Ghanaian team touched down at the airport in Port Harcourt, the governors were there at the airport. They picked them up. They took them to government house. They had a big luncheon for them and all these things. So FIFA rule that there's no way we can reschedule the game or cancel that game. But going forward, politics should stay out of sports. Governors should not show up to players
and taking them to hotels
so
and
they were able to set some standards.
Fabulous.
Yeah. So either the LFA or Ministry of Youth and Sports, however, they should have a dedicated office for that to be able to handle this, and they can go back up. Even the dismissal of the referee might have been a good step, but I think it was too abrupt. I don't know what investigation they did before the suspension. We cannot suspend people based on public sentiment. We should suspend people because we investigated and they did something wrong. Yes, and the right punishment should be meted out against them.
Okay, guys, I want you guys to hold on a little bit. We are 31 minutes, we are 29 minutes to go here, and we want to make sure we take some call. Anthony, are you getting any signal? If you want to make a call, if you are listening to us, please call 0776 376 869. 0776 376 869. 0776 376 869.
Gibson, host Gibson, may I quickly react to my distinguished brother here?
Go ahead.
He used the word never because it had never happened. The fact that something never happened doesn't mean that when it happened, then it's right. It means you have not seen it yet. The other piece I want you to know is that what are the rules of LFA or the football body regarding the kind of situations? I mean, you have to go back and check that. I believe first that there are rules, and those rules were used for the proper authority to immediately, not dismiss, expel. They are not using feelings here. There got to be rules, and there got to be evidence that for expulsion to come, there could be indisputable evidence that you did it once and did it twice. And it is in your DNA that you do this kind of thing blatantly, intentional and willfully. For an expulsion to be instantaneous, relying on that fact. The point here is that you are expelling the man, but there is a victim. How are you going to kill that defect? How? What LFA is going to do? Because by expelling the man, you agree that there is a grave, inexcusable action. But you have created a victim. What are you going to do with the victim? That's my concern. I believe, are you just going to tell the victim, sorry, bet on the back? Forget it.
You and me saying the same thing, Honorable. I'm saying there should be a dedicated office for that. We've seen that in Europe. Referee have wrongfully called games, and afterwards they go to whatever body that is responsible.
But look at it's because of the human element of it that today we have the VAR. That even the referee can say it's a goal, and the guy carry the ball to the center A. Challenge, and the guy decision is reverted. I am saying we are in a digital generation. Evidence point clearly that the goal was goal, that the man, whether intentionally or unintentionally, cancel goal. such a goal, there was no other goal after that. Therefore, it is only fair and clear for you to rescind that decision while you punish the man. That's all I'm asking.
Okay,
I agree. I agree with you, Honorable. I agree with you.
Okay, hold on, guys. Anthony is in the studio. Hold on, guys.
Before Zaza come in, there is this unconfirmed report that we are receiving that, in fact, the referee that officiated the match between the Grand Gedeh and that of Nimba County, the extra 30 minutes, allegedly met with the Vice President Jeremiah Cohn. No one knows the reason he went and meet the man, and nobody knows what they discussed. And then the second issue again is that his wife is from Nimba County. The ref officiate. That's the information.
Anything I do, my wife from Nimba.
Those are all conspiracy theory. We don't want to.
Zaza,
you don't have time. You don't have time. You don't have time. That's not the issue.
Yeah.
The first part looked like a legitimate cause to worry. If you are a referee and you want to meet the vice president who is from Nimba County and you know you're supposed to ref a very important match, I would not go there. Because even going there without taking money still shows that people will still accuse you.
That's a compromise.
Let me go back to the last guy. Let me make a bridge here. If you are listening to us, this is Blaze Radio 90.7, and this is the Talking Points. I'm way here in North Dakota in the US, and I have my panelists, some of them in America, and some of them are in Liberia. We have the representative district number 1 Grand Gedeh representative elect Jeremiah Sokan is our guest today. We are discussing his comment about the game between Grand Gedeh and Nimba County. If you are listening to us, you want to make place a call and you want to be heard, 0776 376.
So Zaza, you can go ahead with your comment because the line is kind of blinking, but we have to take your comment before we can call.
Yes, please. Mr. Jerry.
Well, if you have a call, call us to a point. Okay. We want to hear from them. Okay. Go ahead. Let me go back to somebody will say wanted to say something.
Yes, Zaza.
Yes, please, Mr. Jerry. I want to say this. I see people asking for the condemnation of the violence. We have not reached that part. LFA is not serious for people to condemn violence. The three of you on the top, Mr. Jeru, Honorable Sokan, and Mr. Solo. Mr. Solo misplaced his phone. It was taken by Honorable Sokan, and he gave it to Mr. Jeru. Mr. Solo complained, and LC can. I said, okay, I saw your phone with Mr. Jeru. Collect Mr. Jeru, put Mr. Jeru in jail. Collect Mr. Sokan and put Mr. Sokan in jail. But Mr. Solo did not get the phone back. It's just been done with Mr. Solo. The next time Mr. Solo phone lost, we will not go to the police. We will take to the street.
Even though
that's why people are not laughing.
Will not go to jail, but that was it.
No, they will not go to jail. I'm just saying, even though they found the phone with you, they put you to jail, but as the father, they didn't receive your phone back. There's no justice. You consider that justice is not being said.
Emmanuel, let me.
Mr. Jerry, that's the point.
You got a call?
No.
That's the point coming to Mr. Jerry. Hold on. The point I'm saying is that FIFA and LFA are not serious to condemn violent or sport pitches. If serious actions are taken, people will not go and finalize it because people know that no suspending, you're going to suspend the ref. No suspending, you're going to suspend the ref or maybe expel him. They're not going to get a point back. So the best thing they will do, they will sport things. They will all be on sporting things. So to avoid that, then they go to another level.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, so Grand get a point back or ask for a replay. Other Grand get a point or a replay. Other Grand get a point or a replay. Other than that, you're not ready to solve the problem. Okay, it's not the first time. It may say, I come to the internet in 2019. This Remy was expelled, he was suspended for 3 years. And they make him buy again. So if that just suspension, people could not do what they're doing. He could not hurt the game.
To step on Zaza tools, okay? Let me say this.
Yes.
FIFA and
can I just hold you there and talk to this caller?
Yes.
All right, the person is off the line, so go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. The idea here, if LFA have the power to expel him, they have the same power to restore that point. Nimba don't have to concede.
That's what I'm saying.
The authority of the Football Association to ask the authority to say no, based on our investigation. This is why the VAR is for, because even the referee can say it's penalty. The people protest and they go check the VAR, and the VAR say no, it's not a penalty.
Yeah, but let's set the record straight, guys. What Sokan is recommending are rules that will solve this problem. But according to soccer rule, if you protest against the referee is punished and the result remains. If you protest against the soccer player, the player is punished, the result remains. The only way the result can change is when the process leading to that goal is what you are complaining about. Or let's say the man used his hand to push it in the goal. Then it can be changed.
Okay, let me talk to this caller quickly. Hello.
Hold on.
Yeah, Anthony, hello. You are speaking with Shelton Gay. I'm calling you from Gedeh County.
Okay, Shelton,
let me use this time to extend good evening to the panelists and with Jerry and that our presumptive representative elect and the Jeremiah Sokan. You know, Anthony, we from this number one, we are optimistic that Sokan will willingly perform, especially based on the time trust upon him. Because to determine that, a leader that always stand by his people in times of difficulty, in times of goodness, that person is bound to succeed. So we stand with Gedeh based on the banalization. It was pointed by the decision of the referee. If the referee are going to officiate that game well, nobody is going to banalize any property or even destroy any other stuff. But based on the decision of the ref, our pointed, especially what happens on the field. What is true, we regret the action, but we stand by our people. So again, before I conclude, let me appreciate Sokan. You know, he is here to get a certificate. They started to do the work of the representative. That the Nimba transformer that was down for 5 months. We got the information that he just fixed the transformer, and our brothers and sisters at the Nimba now, they are experiencing electricity. Let me say thank you to him, and we pray that he continue to do the work of his people. And thank you to Anthony and the other panelists for always providing information to our people. Thank you very much.
Okay, you're most welcome. Before I come back to you, you know, football is a very emotional game, and you don't play on people's emotions like what the referee did. You know, we're still on the game issue.
Yeah, of course.
Now, if you like Honorable Hassan Berete said, not Hassan Bomb, yeah, Musa Hassan Berete said, the goal that Gedeh scored really never meant that Gedeh won the game because there was still time in the game.
Yeah.
It was possible that Nimba would have redeemed and equalized and go for the penalties. But because of this, all of the blame, what Gedeh actually meant to
lose or win
play the game the way they play, miss the penalty and other things. Now all of the blame is being shaped on him because of a poor officiating of the game between Nimba and Gedeh. But we'd like to say thank you first off. Let's go back to our team.
Yeah, but let's look at it this way. Okay, go ahead. So
give me a minute. The entire thing, right? I know people complaining about the damages done. The stadium is owned by the government. What the government can do is hold LFAs responsible. Like, hey, your official did not do the right thing. Antagonize the people. You caused the damage. We're taking this out of your budget. That can happen. But when it comes to the goal, the points, because each game has a point that awarded to the team.
Yeah,
3 points. But that points, the LFS can come out and say, based on our investigation, the point for this game is awarded to Gedeh County based on everything. This is why the LFS is supposed to do it. This was in Cote d'Ivoire because they had a new modern technology stadium. They would have just went to the VAR and override his decision. And the game.
But even in Liberia, the video footage was being investigated before the action was taken against the referee.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, guys, let me go back to Sokan here.
The flag eyes.
Okay, guys, hold on, guys. Hold on. let me go back to Honorable Sokan. No, Honorable Sokan, you are going to be, and you are already a representative. Despite certification, no certification, there's nothing that can stop you. Hopefully, nothing stops you, and by grace of God, you'll be in it. So you are recommending a special kind of solution that not just that the football house or the Ministry of Youth and Sport should overturn that result and give it to Grand Gedeh. You are also asking Nimba to do the honorable thing to say, you know what, this match we didn't win it, we will give it to Grand Gedeh. What will be the lesson when Nimba does that? What would Nimba be proving?
Gibson, what a few things about that. I thought about it a lot before I put that out. One, look, we are rebuilding what I call, we are gathering and reconstructing all of the societal fabric, the fabric of the society post-war. One of those areas that we're restructuring and is yielding some fruits now, it is the county meat. The county meat is generating and engendering trust of the Liberia populace to the extent that people are now running towards European League to watch video club when county meets are on. You see, various counties are investing emotionally, trooping physically to sites to cheer their county to victory.
Like my county, Alpha
Young talent, young men, young people are also now placing their hope in the process that look, they will have to perform and there is most likely a light at the end of the tunnel for their career and their career. For us to begin to discourage and really see wrong and sugarcoat it and sweep it under the rug, I think it's not good for the momentum and the rally that we're having. It is not good. Therefore, I think Nimba, look, this is morality. I mean, should we consider the corruption? Should this be considered as corruption?
Let me play the devil's advocate. Nimba might say, "That's not my business." The Nimba player they say, "That's not our business. All we know, play the game. The referee is responsible for action. We play and we won. So why should we be the one to bear the consequences of the blunder of the referee?"
Very good. But this is what it is now. As good citizen, you know that you're taking something that not for you. You're stealing that corruption. You're promoting corruption.
But
I mean, let's call it a spade.
Honorable,
that's total corruption.
Honorable.
So I think then the question is, if you walk away with this, right? I don't know what lesson you're going to teach. Are you going to ask somebody who now go and take money and go buy something that called $1 and take $5? You're going to complain on it? You just took something that don't belong to you. You know consciously that not you for you. You're taking it. It's corruption in sports.
This is
I think.
But are you disagreeing, Brother?
No, I'm not disagreeing. Listen, I stand with Honorable everything he's saying. Maybe he's not understanding what we are advocating for. This whole by-election, I did not follow anybody like I follow Honorable the Grand Gedeh elections. And I say I follow him, and I admire his courage and his passion and leadership. Here's what we are saying. Everything Honorable is suggesting is punitive measure. Honorable is not suggesting any corrective measure. When Solomon took over the throne, he had a challenge. The first challenge were two women that came fighting over a living baby. So it was a test of his leadership, and he came through. Now you are just coming into the house, and this is your first thing. The corrective measure you can use is you take this and say, look, I'm going to the house. I'm going to sponsor a bill that will restructure our sports so that what happened to Grand Gedeh will not happen to any other county. And then you put forth those proposals, you bring in those things like, listen, let us fund LFA, let us fund youth and sports so that we can bring in VAR. Let us set up a special council that will investigate any sports disputes. That if there's a game going on and people are not satisfied, there are things, so many things you can do from this incident instead of only suggesting the punitive measure. Because why a Nimba decide we're not going to concede? What do you do? So this is an opportunity for you to go to the house and bring in some corrective measures so that this same thing will not repeat in the future. That's all I'm saying. You are right. Everything you're saying, you're 100% right.
Let me
The recent people
may I
in
come
Europe,
in?
coming, let me land. The recent people in Europe,
May I come in
let me just
quickly?
land. Yeah, let me just land, Honorable. The reason if people in Europe are not burning stadium if referee have wrong calls is because there are channels to follow to be able to restore whoever, sometimes they reschedule some games, sometimes they do these things. So there's a channel to follow. In our country, when there's no channel to follow, then people take the laws in their hands. So this is an opportunity for you to institute some corrective measure and not only dwell on the punitive measure. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
Okay, we have a caller. We have a caller. Can we take this caller? What's the name?
Hello, how you guys doing? Yeah, thank you for the show.
Okay, welcome. Tell us your name.
Yeah.
Where have you called from?
My name is Helena Walter. I'm calling from Texas.
Okay.
Topic on a discussion. The whole thing that happened, my own views, what thing happened. I think that game was not fair. They cheated, and maybe they wanted to favor the bad president. And this thing is just a game. There was now no reason why they should cheat. The corruption in like where everywhere they carry it, where they're not supposed to carry it. And these are poor people were happy they forgot for politics. They brought politics into it because they want to give the bad president. The bad president council should win. It was wrong. And the reason why the children were after that thing happened, the children they were not even they didn't want to play a game. So they structured the children, they couldn't even score again. So that's what happened. Even the thing that happened on the field, I watch football game. I'm a fan of football. It's so emotional. And even me, I was on the phone. I almost break my phone when I was watching the game. So why politicians are not there? This is happening. So it's the government responsible for the fact that they postponed the game. They opened the door for that corruption. The game was not supposed to be postponed. They should have get ready before they play the game. How you come there people to play for 30 minutes? And what you think was going to happen? So I think that other thing they wanted to do, that's why they decided to change the game to another day. And then what happened? They opened a vacuum to correct corruption because like where everything will not be straight. They will not do something that people will be happy. They will bring bribing inside, they will bring corruption inside, and rob the other people for what will make them happy. The thing that the partner get with that people there, everything should have to be in a favor. They want to be on the map and put other people under the favor. It's bad and they need to stop it. It's wrong and who that guy there, what they do to you is small. Even though they're killing there, they will not supposed to destroy that platform. And that's the need to do it. They do it intentionally. And they open that door. The government open that door. And so they should be responsible. I wanted to say.
Okay,
thank you for the show. I'm watching you.
Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Drew will pay for the additional 15 minutes that we'll add on the time. But I have this caller. Let me talk to this person. Hello, what's your name?
Guessing I want to get that to you.
Okay, so this caller left the line, but I think he's coming back. But yeah, like I said, he's going to pay for
077. My man announced the number. That is what call 0776
0776 376 869 is the number to call. 0776 37 68 69 is the number to call, and you're going to be live on the program. Let's cross over here and talk to this person. Hello.
Thank you. This is Pascal Davis from District 6, Mosuelo.
Welcome, Pascal.
Look, we must be honest. While we condemn the decisions of the referees, but look, here in Europe, in results are now overturned because the referee took a decision in favor of a team. If, for example, Nimba benefit from the poor officiating, how can Nimba not turn the result because the ref poorly officiated? No, they benefited from the poor officiating, and so the referee who's supposed to have integrity must bear the penalty. That's why the FA has expelled the referee through the federation. And so we can have the honorable saying, because the referee cheated and let you play for Nimba. Of course, I saw the video. I mean, it could be a goal considered. He knew his own discretion.
Allegedly,
and Nimba did not go to the penalty because the referee call has an advantage in Nimba or disadvantage in Gedeh. So there's no way around the world that a team is favored by a decision called by referee and that same team goes through the punishment. All the other guys are saying, I agree with him. We just need to have more laws, or maybe repeal some of our laws to say people just need to have integrity. No matter what you do, integrity is what matters here. I mean, even if you go to work for dialogue, in a much you understand that what you do is that thing that want to bring sanity to your country, we must at all times observe integrity. I think integrity is lacking, not just in the sports sector, every sector, governmental science sector, everywhere. In that more we can learn to understand that what we do it for the rest of our people. These things will continue to happen.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Gone off the line, but you can keep your calls coming 0776
Listen.
869
Okay.
376
May I come here a little bit, Gibson?
Wait, okay, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Hello?
Take this call. 1 minute.
Hello, caller, are you there? I don't know what's happening, but the caller is kind of mute. He or she is not coming through. But we'll come back to you. Let's see if we can take more calls. Like I said, Mr. Jiru will pay for the additional 15 minutes we've added to the time for the discussion tonight. So hello. Oh, what's going on tonight? So I will take the calls when they come. Well, let me.
Thank you very much.
Bring on the honorable.
Yeah, I think he's.
Let's go to the honorable to give his parting words. Honorable Sokan, you can go ahead, make your point, and make your parting comment.
Okay. So let me thank you, Gibson, and thank the distinguished panelists for the opportunity. The exchanges were very enriching and very informative. First is thank you for providing the platform and all of the questions. But on the really burning issue, on the Nimba Gedeh game, here one thing. I mean, with my distinguished brother, Salif, ST Salif point, he's assuming that there is no laws or procedure on books that will address or provide for how to handle this matter. That's what he's assuming. And so he's asking that there should be sufficient regulations to bridge the void. I am not quite sure that his assumption is right. I cannot exclude the fact that it could be right, but it worth me checking whether Elevate does not have regulation relating to this matter. I believe strong on the surface, without research, that I think they do have. It is that led them to, first of all, immediately, without commissioning an investigation, expel. You're not telling me that the men and the guy grudge for the referee? No. They have sufficient proof to fire the man. That sufficient procedure, I think, also supposed to take a look at a victim. We have a victim here. I mean, so you use the terminology punitive or retributive and restorative justice here. No, but in Liberia, we now try all the restorative justice. Oh, sorry, never mind. It will go on. It's not all punitive. Look, I think we just afraid whether rape case, murder case, some kind of case, right? It's no different from this one. where we always evoke our tradition, familiarity, and all the let back on be back on kind of situation. I think in this matter, it is a matter of restoring confidence in this business. That's one. So I
So
still stand.
can I just hold you? This caller is on the line. Hello.
Hello,
Yeah, welcome. What's your name?
my name Alice. I'm calling from Canusville.
Okay. Which part of Ghana you calling from?
I'm calling from your Fonson orientation shop.
Okay, that's in the township of Partners. Okay, let's hear you. Go ahead.
I don't know if I hear how they postpone the game.
No. The game has been played and no postponement been there.
Okay,
Thank you.
we'll offer education for all later on. Let Umbo continue.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
I think she don't know the issue.
So I think we need to do that. Okay. The last piece is, look, I still hold dear that Nimba County should just do the honorable thing. Okay. There's no second way. You know that what you're carrying enough for you. You know it. You will lay down. I mean, you can't show that you are desperate because this is just an act of desperation. You know enough for you. You know it wrong. You see it clear, but you still won't walk away. And guys, you are evoking it, never happy, or never happy. But when you say never, so the fact that it never happened makes it wrong or make it right. There gotta be a way to start.
Talking about,
So anyway, I think
that's the game you are talking about.
I mean, my brother, there's no way. The only thing you're asking is Nimba is desperate and just want to carry a. I think, look, for the interest and the benefit of this game, Nimba, we look at all the things that are coming up.
Oh my God, he's gone.
So I mean, I leave it with that. A Nimba thing, they can go to bed and all.
Okay, I think.
The honorable stay too long now. You let him
Yeah,
go.
I think that the internet issue
Yeah.
in Liberia, we all know that. Honorable, I think your internet is buffering now. You are still too long.
You stay over 2 hours, you know.
Yeah. 2 hours of being on the phone on internet is not small thing.
Yep.
So we will remove him and he will come back and we'll bring him back on.
Okay, so we have a caller on the line. Can we talk to the caller?
Yeah, let's talk to the last caller tonight.
Yeah, hello? Hello? Hello, caller, are you there? Hello? Okay.
All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Honorable Sokan. Is unfortunately he's not having it good with his internet. But I want to say thanks for the panelists who came. Let me go to Arthur. Arthur, why you run away? Okay. Let's take it from Arthur. And Arthur, I want you to use your 1 minute for the parting comment.
Thank you, Mr. Jero. Look, the idea of the whole football game, the authority for that association has to when there should be no punishment when there's no crime. That's the first thing. If you expel or suspended the referee, which means you acknowledge that there was a damage done. If there's a damage, there's a victim. That victim must be taken care of. In this case, I don't think that it's just merely emotion that causes it, but this also brings this unity in a county mix. because the country is there to promote unity. So I know the representative is sitting on the Nimba side on based on morale. That Nimba, you take the higher ground and say, look, we lost, take this thing. But this is the new generation. You are in the millennium age. The millennium age, you can be in a car accident. What a car running, they flip out their phone and go live instead of helping you. Because they say, oh, no, I'm not a police officer or a fire brigade, so I'm going to wait for them. But the time you talk to recall that thing and go live, you should have helped that person. So we are in a new era, a new generation. My focus is based on the LFS. You have the sole responsibility, reward Grand Gedeh with the points. Saying you make this blunder, we say the referee. Who the referee work for? The referee work for the LFS. So they blunder up, they messed up. If there's a life today that is taking it because of LFS, because who the referee work for? He work for this institution. The Ministry of Sport and Youth should be able to come in as well to hold that or the organization responsible for the damage, because they said, look, we entrusted you with our stadium, and this is what you did. When we look at history, like in Cote d'Ivoire, during the AFCON, the coach, the head coach for Cote d'Ivoire, when he lost that game, the minister of sport fired him with no pension package. He said, no, you preached to us that you were going to guarantee us at least qualification to get into the semi-final. You break that promise. I'm not there to listen to you. You are fired. Cote d'Ivoire put all their support behind Morocco, because if Morocco beat the Gambia, they will get qualified to get back into their group. That's why I make Cote d'Ivoire today the winner. So Honorable Musa Ability is right. If you were to let that goal be deserved or rewarded to Grand Gedeh, there was still time. They would have redeemed. Cote d'Ivoire were kicked out of their group, but they are the AFCON winner. You see how it happened? So for me, I base my focus that, LFS, you took the first step, you expel him. Now reward the 3 points to Grand Gedeh, let Grand Gedeh take the victory. You can call a press conference, call both things in the room, say, look, based on the investigation, the referee messed up. You cannot be awarded those points. We will find a way to do damage control with you, but Grand Gedeh will be rewarded that point. It could happen. And I want to thank everybody, and I got to go rush and go pick up my wife from work before I
you see now. If you ain't talking, you want for up to talk, you want to pick up right now. Long time you're talking, you know your wife, okay?
No, but I'm 5.
You can't ask you right to tell you want to go for your wife.
He know what he's doing. you should have made him laugh. You should have made him laugh.
If you were maybe laugh, I would have waited to tell you. You know, I still love you, ST. I still love you, Jerry. I love you. I love you.
Okay, ST.
Don't pick out your wife, brother. Don't pick out your wife. Yeah, I mean, it's a sad situation, and we need to try to do everything. We've seen around the world, people win gold medal, and then later on the committee sit down, they investigate certain things, and then, they remove the gold medal from them and give, all kinds of things happen.
Yeah,
So those things, but to say Grand Gedeh, Nimba would take the high ground to say, oh no, it's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. It is the authority that will have to come in and do what they have to do. And that's why we're trying to make the honorable to understand. You can't say Nimba will be the one to pronounce that. No, it's not going to happen. So, but let's come to the Liberian people. We have to go away from violence. Every little thing you start to destroy property. It's the same thing that happened during the war. We destroy property. We even remove electric wires from the ground. We went to people's houses. We dug up tires from their floor. We remove people's roofs. We're not the only people who have had civil war. Africans fought civil war. They did not destroy their country because they love their country. Africans fought civil war. You went there, Africans are still intact. Liberia fought civil war with the roof building, we removed tires from floor, we dug walls, we did wires, we put. I mean, why are we so destructive? Something happened, okay, referee made a poor judgment. You start to vandalize property. You start to destroy property. What sense does that make? So people should be arrested for that vandalism that they did. People should be prosecuted for those, so that next time somebody know that if this thing happens, if you do it, you will be arrested. You'll be prosecuted. We have to love our country to the extent we can't just stand and say, okay, any little thing, go destroy property. violence cannot be a part of our national identity. So everybody who were part of the vandalism, everybody who were part of the destruction, they should be identified, they should be arrested, they should be prosecuted to serve as a precedent. We should not, violence is never the answer for anything. We should be able to seek redress through legal means. Go take the NFA to task. Grand Gedeh can do that. Grand Gedeh can decide to go and sue the LFA. And they can go and have a fair hearing to see either the game is rescheduled or they awarded the points. But Nimba, yeah, to say they should come and say, oh no, we turned it, it's not going to happen. That's all we're saying.
Okay,
But it
thank
was
you very
a
much.
show, and congratulations to the Honorable for his
Oh
historic.
yes, we are sorry that he couldn't end the way he wanted to end the program, but we are glad that he came and honored our invitation. In fact, this is the second edition of our broadcast on Blaze Radio 90.7, which is a good thing. Those of you who are listening to us, trust us, we want to do a good job. We invite your comments, your opinion, and your critiquing about what we do here. If it's wrong, don't be ashamed. Tell us that what you're doing is wrong and we can correct ourselves, or look there and see how best we can handle it the next time. But I just wanted to say here that I think the LFA, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, should go one step further. Since there are allegations of bribery, they should go beyond just expelling the referee. It's not sufficient to just expel the man and just leave it like that. They should investigate. Did he actually meet the vice president? Did he get money from the vice president? Did anybody, in fact, was anybody involved in the process that led to his decision, his poor decision making? So when we come to the conclusion that nothing else happened and it was just the man's own bad behavior that took place, well, then there's nothing else can do. But if we realize that money changed hands, and then we're not just punishing the referee, but then we are providing solutions to see how it doesn't happen again, to shame the people who did this. Maybe necessarily will not go and arrest the vice president. We probably will not have the power, or the police will not arrest the power and charge the vice president for bribery and stuff like that. But at least when it happened and we shame the vice president for doing that, maybe next time nobody's going to do it. But for now, it remains an allegation until it's proven. So we don't have the vice president to respond to it. We don't even have a referee to respond to it. But we hope that all of these allegations.
That is just an alleged allegation.
Yeah, all of these allegations in our Liberian parlance, there's no fire when there's no smoke. Anytime you hear Liberian rumors, trust me, 90% of the time, some kind of good thing is inside there.
So anyway, you see smoke, there's a fire.
That's what they say. What they say anyway. I don't know whether it's true. Whether anytime you see smoke, there's a fire. Sometimes they grenade, they get smoke inside. They can.
Well, they grenade a fire, so
they get smoke grenade. They get smoke grenade. They throw a grenade. The grenade explode. You way down there, you see the smoke. You see that fire down there. No, that grenade explode. But hey, look, Anthony, thank you for being in studio. Thank you very much for being there. We will try again to see. We try to get Musa Belede today. We couldn't get him. We will see how we can bring other guests.
I want to see how best. I want to see how best we can get hold of the director for the Liberal Justice Enforcement Agency, so we can look at.
Oh yes. He's my own friend and brother. In fact, they did a very big feat this other day. They were big bust. I think it's going to be a good thing for us to talk to him. When you get his number, give it to me. He's a very good friend of mine as well. And then when you can talk to him, you bring him on at the same time. And you can ask them to come to the studio too. You know, we can have them, we can host them in the studio. But hey, ST, thank you very much. And guys, 14 minutes down the line, the guy still wanted me to pay money. So he had to force me to go 14 minutes down the line. All these people doing that just for me to pay money.
Just for that money, the man was just taking all kind of calls, backing people to
come here. The station manager just sent me a message. He said, we can only allow you to start to 9:30.
They still wanted more money.
Yeah, so the remaining of the time.
It's 10:15. They're talking about 9:30. So I don't think so. I don't think so. Mr. Station Manager. All right, guys. Thank you very much. And let me see here. Let's play some music, and then we will call it a day. All right. Let's see this one.
Okay, folks, we'll join you tomorrow again, same time. This radio in the US is the executive officer of this radio. He is until we talk to you, have a pleasant, good evening, and have a wonderful time listening.
Yo, Gina,